Hi guys, Ed here, and this video is gonna be something where we talk about 18, 11, and 4, and 8, and 30 defenses. Yes, I've turned the comments off for this video since, well, I know there's gonna be a lot of them, and, well, a lot of haters, of course, will find towards this video, so I don't have time, no interest to monitor that stuff, so I just, well, turn them off, so, yeah, and one thing before that. There's so much of talk of this, so I actually asked that I can share Th12's base. And this is the #1 account and some defenses of that. I have done it on my Patreon, so if you want to see and get the base, November, it's only on November there. Link description, go there, and you'll get to see Th12's base and a few defenses on it. So I think that's something quite extraordinary and awesome. And at the same time, I also want to have a disclaimer. This is just the things that I do on this video, or say they are my own opinions, and yeah, I'm based on me clashing for 7 years and all of that stuff. They have no influence. There is Supercell has nothing to do with me, and there is no bad words in there. And if somebody is by some miracle offended a little bit of something I said there, I apologize. Please nobody delete my channel nor video and so forth. So yes, let's go and see the video. There are some replays on the back, and you can just listen to the voice. There's a lot of talk and a lot of foundation for stuff, and you can do as many videos, as many analyses, whatever people want to do. There is just one thing that is the absolute truth, and here you can see it. Top 4 is Th12. Congratulations on that. And now let's go and see the video. Opa opa. Hi guys, I'm Ed. I'm mainly known for being the 2-star pony in the greatest 3-star war clan there ever was in the dark. But today, since Clash has blue skies, I am of course there as a lot of my friends, and we are enjoying Clash. And guys, if you want to enjoy Clash, check out my Patreon. It is the best place for Clasher. Check the link in the description. You'll get an anti-3-star push base. And yes, also a teaser push base. This is something unique that we create every month. And also a CWL base for the clan war leagues. And then yes, a regular war base for the anti-3-stars. And then it doesn't end there. You also get a farm base. The link is in the description. Oh yeah, and I also almost forgot to tell you guys, you get also a builder base. Link in the description. Go there, get that. Let's see the video. Bye. Okay guys, Ed here. And yeah, the question is, Th12 a cheater in Clash of Clans? Since, yeah, a lot of people are irritated, a lot of people are doing posts on interwebs and, well, shouting out their opinions and their thoughts and their frustration and everything. So, yeah, I decided to do something else than just, you know, shout my emotions like a teenager, since, well, I am not a teenager, I'm an adult. So yeah, let's just look at it like this way. So there's an account. Th12 is now #1, and there was 30 defenses, and I haven't calculated yet how many accounts she has herself on the global list, but let's assume it's, let's say, maybe 10, 20, 30 altogether. And as you know, the game is very different when you are below Legends League. At Legends, it changes with this new system. I will get to that later on, how the system has changed it. So let's say 30 days of season, 8 attacks per day. That means 240 attacks a day. So let's say she has these 10 higher accounts and she finds herself. What should she do? Should she, you know, just triple herself because that is what the people want? Or what is the reason? And like anybody can figure it out when I say it like this. So to be able to have an account that can find the #1 account, it's not like, thank God Clash have changed, you can't do that anymore from Champions League, you have to be at Legends League, and the algorithm is much improved since the good old days. So you basically, people always forget this, that Clash is still an attacking game. And people always confuse me of everything of this. I don't care for this drama that all of you guys are having, who's where and who's where. I like Clash. I love the attacks, the different strategies, like what I'm doing now with the Hogs and eDragons. I'm going to post you guys one soon because today is going to be attack strategy week. That's for me has been always since the beginning, and there's always been somebody who has more accounts than somebody else, and it's like the world is not fair. I will be completely honest with you. The world is not fair. There are some people that have more money than somebody else. Most of you guys. I am very privileged in a way because I was born in Finland. I am poor, but I'm Finnish poor, which is totally different than being born poor in India or Pakistan or wherever. And unfortunately, some people are born into rich families. They can either decide to do something with their lives or don't. And in Clash, we always have had... You need to understand what Clash is. Clash is the most known mobile game ever. You have your Pokemons and Fortnites and whatever the kids are playing today, but Clash is like over 7 years old, and it's still there. It's still thriving, and that's it. And some people will have one account. Some people will have 2 accounts. Some people will have 20 accounts, 50 accounts. And... everybody is there, but I don't hear anybody complaining about Popote or Aso or Pi. Okay, Pi isn't playing anymore, or whoever has several amounts of accounts. Why? Since, well, they're not doing so well. It's like, if you made it, this is like, take it from this side, like, now do Stephanie. She had number 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the world. And now people are just hating on her because, well, she did that. And people think it's like, if it would be some sort of a cheating or something like that, Supercell would ban them accounts, like always, just ban them. And I wish, like, and then like somebody changes their name or whatever, Supercell has allowed that to do. And basically, I've talked with Muitaba, and he told me that there are several Muitaba accounts in the Global 200 regularly that he has no idea whose they are. People always will follow. Like, in Castle, there's one account called Bobby Axelrod. It's from the Billions. It's like people imitate people that they admire. And Muitaba is very admired. And frankly, I'm privileged. I know the guy personally. I think he's one of the funniest people I know. And it's like, forget all the Clash drama and what is your opinions on that. Because if you don't know a guy, you can't have an opinion on that. And basically, I don't have opinion yet on Stephanie. I've known her for less than a month. Talk a bit. I like her, right? But like Muitaba, I have known for years now. So my opinion of her, like nothing bad to say about Stephanie, but like I'm just being honest of if I know somebody, I can speak of them and so on. But like I like to think that attacks speak, and like now we can get to this. Like if you remember the times before Clash, like Clash is always becoming easier and easier and easier, and still everybody complains. So when I was number 1, it's like 5 years ago. There was no like monthly resets or anything. It was just, it took you at least a month of perfect play to get to top 100, top 200 range. And from there on, you push to top 10, that's another month. And from there, you can go to the top. And you need to be active. And then you could play all the time you're awake. Yes, you did. I slept in weird hours because I was transferring my sleeping rhythm according to when Asia and America was waking and going to sleep so I could find targets. So it's like that. It's basically like we went to fishing. So there's a huge sea or pond or whatever, and people go there and they have their own knowledge of, okay, at this AM, this where the fish will find me. It's like that. So then people are complaining, and Supercell, let's make it easy. And we don't want these one guys just to be it. And there you notice that it was like 1,200 trophies at that time already, the difference between the top and then the next level of top. It's like, and same. It's kind of quite the same as now in Clash. So then people complain, and then Super says, okay, let's do it so that we will reset everything monthly. So instead of doing a long process and like the ATP rankings in tennis, imagine if every month they would just cut it. Okay, let's start over again. So a lot of these people that are absolutely nobody has put zero effort, and then the updates come on the game and there's these spam strategies that are overwhelming, and these guys get to go to number 1. So they take everything out that before like we did to become at the top. But still, Lupa Lupa, we're still here. Upa Upa, Lupa Lupa is a new one. So yeah, and then now, because that was even, some people will complain that, their, life is difficult. They clouds are blah, 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 blah. They don't have bases to attack, blah, 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 blah. Always complaining. So then Super says, okay, let's level the game. So we will give everybody 8 attacks, 8 defenses a day. So the game becomes more simple. Everybody has the same amount. So before, somebody could commit more time and gain advantages of that, putting more time, having skill, learning, seeing the best attack, and so on. And then now everybody has the same amount of attacks. And then the game is quite twisted in a way that it's much easier to attack than before. Don't get me wrong, I kind of like the idea that you can have 2-part attacks with, mixing hybrids like Hogs and eDragons again. You'll see the replays, don't worry. So this is one thing. So now everybody has the same amount of attacks and same amount of defenses. They play the same thing. So it's basically everybody now, Supercell has bought everybody the same fishing gear. So everybody, no matter how rich, how poor, you clash on Android or iPhone, or even if you clash on a golden iPad or whatever, everybody has the same amount of attacks. And still you find these people complaining. Why? Because they can't be number 1 or whatever. What is it that you today? Clash is still very popular. There are a lot of rich people playing it, a lot of poor people playing, a lot of kids playing it, whatever. In Clash, the global is so that you need to be quite wealthy to have several accounts to be able to manage the game, so that if you find your own account, you can then basically lose on, let's say if I have 2 accounts, I have few accounts, so if I find the other one, what should I do? What should I do? And basically, one thing, you don't even gain trophies anymore by winning a defense. You still get minus. It's just absolutely crazy what people are It's and then people just they take everything out of defending, and these guys still they swap their bases daily, they edit, they modify those, and people are still not tripling them, and then they cry and cry. It's like everybody's so offended and so crying of everything, and nobody sees what effort is put there, what has been done to reach that point. Because there's this let's say you go out and you complain because somebody owns a building and you just renting a house. So what do? Do you cry for them because they own a building? The same thing here. Some people have more money, some people have that. Stop complaining, put your attacks together and beat them. It's simple as that. Or then do videos on internet and then just try and do chat groups and then complain that I can't do that. And it's you're making excuses for yourself not to be good. And it's or then cheating because you have few followers that think you're the god of attacking, since nobody knew your name 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago. And we always have had these YouTubers that come for a while and then they go away. Same as I'm sorry, I don't remember the one guy with that was visiting Supercell, a bigger guy. Bang, well, the Bang guy, he was there, he caught up cheating, and then he left the game and then complained. And there's this the One Hive guy who ended up making another game since Clash didn't take his suggestions seriously and all that. Everybody, and that's okay, you can do what you want, and kudos for him. He went and did his own game, and I hope he's doing well and playing the game now, since, well, he's not playing Clash. I know Clash is complicated, it requires time. People think and want everything to happen once. So basically, okay, I start the game, and that's why Clash always been good. If you gem the troops to max, you won't still gain skill. If you don't believe me, just drop your account to Titans, or if you're already there, see these max gemmed accounts coming at you with spam strategies, and ta-da! Maybe the next phase what Supercell should do is basically make it that spamming is an automatic 3-star always, so to make it equal. So everybody should always win defenses, and then when they attack, there's always be winning attacks, 3 stars on everything. Would people be happy then? I bet there would be still somebody who's not satisfied with that and find that unfair, unbiased. Or yeah, let's talk about the little guys, the Town Hall 7s and 9s. Maybe they want to join also Legends League. So how could we get those and take out the competition and the advantage of Town Hall 12 towards Town Hall 9, and then seed over there? I think this is so much. I don't know how to even feel it. Like it's I'm doing this out of me, not because somebody asked me to. I'm just sick and tired of people complaining about absolutely everything. Like everything. And then they always complain about the best. They never complain if somebody's at the bottom or like a mediocre. Have you ever heard anybody complain about Aso having his own clan and few accounts there? No! Because, and by the way, he's still doing awesome. He's still in the global ranks. Still there. Like every, back. It's just crazy. And I understand that, and calling somebody a cheater because they play the game better than you do, and then like ask, like, what would you do if you find your own account? And nobody can control. There is no, because we used to do this before, that, you know, I step out of the clan when it was my time to defend, and all of my friends and their friends are searching. If somebody finds me, they will then, you know, give me a defense win. That was a time when you actually gained trophies on a defense win. Now you still lose trophies on defense win, and still people are just absolutely crazy about everything that, you know, somebody's cheating since they found themselves. And let's say 240 attacks still, and you find yourself 30 times. And it's not even, let's say all of those were herself, it might be somebody else. And then you haven't even taken into consideration there are a lot of people that want to be, you know, I get contacted daily on Instagram that somebody wants to, you know, be on my team, visit my clan. People want to be near successful people. And sometimes people confuse fame with success, and they're totally different things. There are a lot of people that are successful and don't have fame, and then there are a bunch of people that have a ton of fame but no success. Like imagine you're a model and then Instagram removes itself and you stop being a model. Ta-da. But yeah, today's world is so crazy, and my take is on this. I don't care. Drama has always been, there's always people so sorry and offended about everything. I still love the one thing which has been running here on the background is some beautiful attacks, and that's what I love about Clash. And I wish that people would just, you know, kind of tone it down with this, and then if they can't compete at somebody else's level, don't complain and try to pull them down by, you know, doing this if you can't beat them in their own game, because they are playing as the game should be played. Like there is no rule on if you find yourself how to behave there, and there is no rule in changing them. Actually, Muitaba has told me several times that he wishes that he could be the only one having Dr. Muitaba. But anybody can do a clan name Muitaba. Anybody can also do an account named that. And then they get the benefit of taking on his fame. Something and his reputation that he's been building so on. Like, it's just crazy. And I know there are so many fake me's out there. Like, why somebody is... And oh, let's not even start with the catfishing. But there's a good thing that Supercell stopped the catfishing with the global. The global is off. And that's a great thing. Like, imagine... Where will the catfishes swim now when there is no more global? But yeah, this is my few seconds of thoughts about this, and yeah. Well, in my let's summarize it. In my point, is Stephanie a cheater? I think it's basically, it's not for me or for you to decide. Our opinions are relevant. There is rules by Supercell, and if, let's say, if she is cheating, Supercell will ban it or whatever they will do. And meanwhile, the results are there. Somebody has gained so many trophies, and that's so much more than somebody else. But guess what? If you haven't realized by this, here's the last wise words. Life is not fair. Get used to it. Ed, out.